We read a lot of things here. We go to a lot of different websites, and occasionally a headline will stick out. And so when I saw the curse of the bimbino bites tiger, I went, now who would write that? Then I saw it was Jason Whitlock from FoxSports.com. I said, of course. So I thought, let's get JW on, and he joins us now. JW, would you summarize the article, "The Curse of the Bimbino"?
Well, as a Tiger Woods fan, borderline groupie, it's a column suggesting that Tiger's cursed like the Boston Red Sox were cursed after they sold Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees in 1919, 1920, whenever, and they went 86 years without winning a World Series title. When I watch Tiger Woods play in these major tournaments, I think he's cursed. I think that he's got some bad karma going on in the aftermath of what happened in Thanksgiving 2009, and just from not being the best person, not just to his wife, but if you do any homework on Tiger Woods, he had some problems just dealing with people in general. And so I'm suggesting that, hell, maybe the guy's cursed and he's never going to win another major, or maybe he's cursed and he's never going to reach 18 majors like we thought. Because I'm at a loss. I'm tired of overthinking what's the matter with Tiger Woods. When's he going to win another major? I'm now reaching for he's cursed.
This doesn't have anything to do with his current dating life when you say the curse of the bimbino.
No, this is about the bimbos he used to date in his past.
Okay, all right. But I thought that, with Lindsey Vonn, that he was able to come out, be proud of the girlfriend that he's with. I would have thought that would have brought him back to even close to what Tiger Woods was once,
Well, and, he's certainly winning the smaller tournaments, but he can't win the majors. And listen, you put negative energy out into the air, you surround yourself with negative energy the way that he did for a long time, eventually it catches up to you. Some people have tweeted at me and emailed me and said, if there were curses and if karma caught it, why didn't karma catch up with Michael Jordan when he was playing? And my retort is, look at Michael Jordan post-career. Maybe he's cursed. Maybe that's why the Wizards suck and the Bobcats suck.
But maybe this is how great Tiger is he was fending off the curse of the bimbino, during that great run that he had. You go back to 2000, the greatest year in golf history, and he was fighting off the curse of the bimbino, which makes it even more impressive.
Very impressive, but I think what happened with Tiger in 2009 is the backlash and the vulnerability that got exposed. He realized he was vulnerable. And I look at the guy now, he just doesn't have the nerves of steel that he used to have. If you look at how often he's shooting in the 70s on Sundays in major tournaments, it's nerves. He's not the same guy. He came out yesterday and said he played well. And I'm like, dude, you need to rewatch this final round like I am on my DVR. I'm watching it again. You did not play well. I mean, some of the shots he blew were incredible. He is now, it's like he and Phil have reversed. It used to be Phil was the guy that choked and couldn't win the majors, and now it's Tiger. And Phil does what we all expect Tiger to do on a Sunday at some point, shoot a 66 and come from way behind, make all those clutch putts, shots. Tiger doesn't do that anymore on the weekends.
How much does it bother you, though? I mean, Tiger's painted as the bad guy, Phil's the good guy. I mean, is that fair? And if you're talking about karma, is karma then helping Phil Mickelson?
I don't think it's fair because I don't think, one thing, I try very hard not to judge athletes' personal lives, and we don't know what's going on with Phil. I mean, it does on the surface, hey, he's got a great family, regardless of what may or may not have transpired, because, all relationships are tough, and so I'm sure they've had the roller coaster that everyone else has, but they've stuck together. They're very supportive. I mean, look, the guy damaged his chances at the U.S. Open to go see his daughter graduate from 8th grade. He is really committed to his family, and look, I'm watching. Phil's allegedly stopped yesterday to sign some autograph during this for some injured kid. He's high-fiving people. Phil is very personable. Tiger's never been that kind of personable. I liked it. He was the ultimate competitor when he was on the course. He was always locked in. But Phil's out there having fun. So, again, I think it's a bit unfair, but there is some truth to it. Phil seems to put more positive energy out into the air, and it seems to be doing him good late in his career.
Man, you're the Zen master now. With Phil Jackson gone, Jason Whitlock, FoxSports.com, the Zen master. But and you call him Eldrick in your column. You don't call him Tiger. Is he no longer Tiger? Now he's reduced to Eldrick?
There's a pattern here, and maybe I'm just too hardcore of a Tiger fan because I literally was sick yesterday watching him play, and I'm like, I can't call this guy Tiger Woods anymore. He's Eldrick. He's no longer this superhero that I grew up loving and watching. If Magic Johnson's my favorite athlete of all time, Tiger's second. If Magic had done this the last 5 years of his career when he was in his prime, I would have quit calling him Magic and I'd call him Irvin. And so Tiger Woods is no longer Tiger Woods. He's just Eldrick Woods, a very good golfer, but not the guy that made my Saturdays and Sundays, phenomenal watching him play in majors.
But you know what, Jason, I think sometimes the last person to know that they're not who they are or what they were is that person. I mean, is that where Tiger is, that maybe that realization has to come, full circle here where he goes, I'm never going to be that guy? Or is because the competitor can keep you back. If he keeps thinking he's going to be that guy, he's never going to be that guy again, but he can have glimpses of that. It's like, Jordan with the Wizards. Mike's, it's not like Air Jordan. It was just Jordan.
Listen, Tiger should never admit that. And I was thinking of Kobe because he's got the same thing going on. Kobe Bryant still thinks he's the best player in the NBA. I remember Allen Iverson late in his career when he was telling somebody he's still one of the top 5 players. These guys never admit that in their minds, that they're not still the best. And look, Tiger still is the best. He's ranked number 1. He wins more often than everyone else. He's not the same guy. What I would like to see him do, instead of admitting that he's not the greatest, I'd like to see him admit, I just played a terrible round of golf.
Yeah.
And I blew some shots that, normally I would make. I mean, because it was just a disaster. The shot on number 9 on Sunday, when he's just off the green, was one of the worst chips. I think one of the worst shots I've ever seen Tiger make as a professional. Paul Enzinger shouted, that was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was, because it was shocking to see Tiger do that. And to have him come out afterward and say, yeah, I thought I played well and things were on course, I just didn't read the greens. Are you kidding me? I mean, that was the delusion that bothered me. I don't mind the guy still thinking he's the greatest because he still is the best player in the world. But I'd like for him to be reasonable about what's going on with him in a major when he had a chance to win it, and he choked it away because I think nerves have gotten the best of him. The pressure is getting to him now.
Poll question, who wins more majors going forward, Phil or Tiger?
That's tough. If Tiger's really cursed, I'm going to say Phil because Phil's going to win 1 or 2 more. And so let's say Phil tops out at 2. Will Tiger win more than 2 majors the rest of the way? As a fan, I hope so. And maybe even as a journalist, I think so. But I don't know how many more of these I can take. I'm this much of a Tiger fan. Wow. I was physically sick yesterday watching it. I get that emotional and wrapped up in Tiger. And so part of me thinks he's done. He's not going to win another major unless he comes out and repents and says, you know what, I was a jerk to everybody and not just my wife, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to be a better person from here on moving forward.
Well, I thought he did that.
Nah, when?
At the press conference when he had his apology.
That to me felt like a forced confession.
Well, yeah, it was. It was one of those, I have to do this. Mom, do I really have to do this? Yes, you got to go out there.
Yeah, that looked like a prisoner of war forced confession.
They put him on.
That was not. He didn't mean any of that.
All right. Well, you got a couple of weeks before the next Tiger Major and feel sick at your stomach. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate. Well, I look forward to the next column on Tiger if he doesn't win the PGA.
Thank you, Dan.
All right. Jason Whitlock, FoxSports.com. Curse of the Bimbino. Tiger.